Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Ender Murray's here, and in today's video I'm just gonna be talking about Blox Fruits and its updates and stuff like that. Very sorry that I have been gone for 9 days. I did have my console. Um, I actually did have my console. Let's just say that I am financially struggling, which you guys are aware of, and not to mention, let's just say, gotta do what you gotta do to get some money. And my console was included in this case. So I just got my console back. So yeah, very sorry. I just want to talk about Blox Fruits and its updates. So, um, as you guys already know, the Tiger Fruit rework has came out, and mutations are a thing now because we have a werewolf mutation. Now, for anyone who's new to the mutation update, I just want to let you know when you get the werewolf skin, you do have to start all over and get your mastery all over against 300. So just keep that in mind. Also, when the tiger fruit very first came out, I personally didn't like it. Now, I am a leopard slash tiger slash werewolf glazer, and I love the fruit. I tested it, did some tests. It's pretty good. I love the fruit. Love it. Chef's kiss. But when it very first came out, it just seemed like they put all its defense into speed because the defense was very terrible. The fruit wasn't really in the top five. I mean, it still isn't in the top five. And that's just a fact. If you disagree, you don't truly know. You just are a tiger glazer. That's literally all it is. Because I'm a tiger glazer myself. And I completely understand why you think this fruit's in the top five. But realistically, this fruit's not in the top five. The fact that they had to literally buff this fruit so many times, mind you, when it just came out, just goes to show you that we weren't tripping when this fruit first came out. We weren't tripping when yes, we, like people with brains, we weren't tripping when we said this fruit's terrible. It was terrible. And I'm actually glad they buffed it. The fruit's actually pretty broken now. Do I think it has potential to be in the top five of being the most broken beast fruit in the game? Yes. Do I think it's currently in the top five right now? I don't think so. The reason why is because you have dragon. I don't even need to explain why it's not even dragon versus tiger slash werewolf isn't a close fight. It's self-explanatory. Anyone with common sense knows that. Kitsune, again, anyone with common sense knows that. Pain, at least in its second form. First form, kind of debatable. Lightning, if you have really good aim. Portal, Dove 2, if you are a really good Dove 2 user and have mastered the fruit and all of its, abilities, and you have reached it to its full potential, right? And honestly, I don't know. I feel like they made this fruit where it's better than Yeti to a certain extent. I feel like they didn't really make it like to be overall the best fruit in the game, but I feel like they made it to where it's better than Yeti to a certain extent. Because in the trailer, obviously, when it first went up against Yeti, Yeti had its few punches in, Tiger had its few punches in, and then when Yeti went to its full power, Tiger was struggling a little bit, and then boom, it was game over for Yeti when Tiger finally locked in. Now, when this fruit very first came out, I realized that it has two forms. Well, three, because base, and then you have your tiger or werewolf form. Then you have go beyond your limits. I do like that when you detransform, you burn out. It has a cooldown that is very good to balance, PvP, stuff like that. Just to balance out this fruit in general. Um, because I know what a lot of people are going to say. People are going to say, well, they made this fruit to balance it. And that's why, people like me think this fruit isn't really the best, in terms of PvP. Um, and I get it. Blox fruits that were aiming for something balanced. I get it. I get it because now this because here's the thing, Blox fruits, we're not used to seeing fruits or anything in the game in general balanced. So when you see a fruit that's balanced, we're just it like we think it's trash. And I feel like that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to make it balanced because the cooldowns, they were way too long. The moves didn't really break your ken. The hitbox was terrible. The only defense is terrible too, mind you. The beast fruit, there's no reason a beast fruit's defense should be horrible. And it just seemed like they removed all defense and just put it into speed with this fruit. And when this fruit very first came out, people were saying, "Oh, werewolf is better." I don't know. It just seemed like werewolf didn't seem better. It seemed a little worse. And the go beyond your limits form, I feel like it was the damage. If it felt, I think I'm probably tripping. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the damage didn't do more damage. Instead, the damage just decreased. And the only thing good about it was just your speed increased. That was it. So I'm glad they buffed it. It's a good thing they buffed it. Werewolf and Tiger are completely broken now. But like I said, I personally don't think it's in the top 5 because I already told y'all what fruits could pretty much beat this fruit. And here's the thing, as long as you have good reaction time with people that are all about speed and like try to run around to get, free hits on you, as long as you have good reaction time and can catch your opponent lacking and hit them with a good old combo where they just can't run anymore, then Tiger/werewolf users, they're completely useless. What are they going to do in the fight? All they can do is run at that point. You know what I mean? Either run or die. Now, I've seen a 20 mil Tiger/werewolf user versus a dragon user fought. The dragon user was only using its base form, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a 20 mil dragon user. And the dragon user was low-key mid to no diffing Tiger/werewolf. The fruits itself, it's not close. It's really not. And the moment the dragon user used its hybrid form, while the Tiger/werewolf user had to go its full power, that just made the fight worse because Tiger/werewolf really got tossed around like a salad. I'm not gonna lie. Now, believe it or not, the dragon bounty hunter, he had the equal to heavens title. He actually had it, which for some of you new players who don't know, that's a title you only get from killing an admin. So this guy wasn't like no average player. He was low-key kicking butt. I'm not gonna lie, because people were trying to team on him, and mind you, he never transformed, and he was low-key cooking everybody in the server. I'm just saying. Am I glazing? Yes. Am I glazing dragon more than Tiger/werewolf? Yes, I am. But can you blame me? No. Now I know a lot of people are pissed because they're probably gonna be like, it's always dragon, blah blah blah, dragon this, dragon that. But you gotta understand, dragon, it's literally king of all fruits. At least king of all beast fruits. There's nothing that can stop it. And if you run into a really good dragon user that knows that can fight not only good on the ground, but during in sky camp, but like in the sky too. Like if they know how to fight in the sky, if they have the right build and everything, and you're still getting whooped, and they know how to use its form at the right time, literally nothing beats. There's nothing you can do to beat it, even if you have all the counters in the world that can, potentially defeat that dragon user. It's damn near impossible. Literally. Um, but yeah, that's my personal opinion. I will be doing a video with Tiger versus Werewolf, and I will be bounty hunting with Tiger and Werewolf with both of these fruits. So one with Tiger, one with Werewolf, just to show you guys how good the fruit is, and how it could potentially be in the top 5. Now, in terms of the update, apparently they're going to be making a doe with ice mutation. So that means ice might be getting reworked. That also means PvP is about to go crazy. And that also means that if we're gonna get doe and ice mixed together, oh boy, that low-key will be cool to get to see. We're also gonna be getting the Oni fruit and the celestial fruit. I watched this YouTuber, he was saying he had theories, that the Oni fruit might be a Yeti mutation, and how the celestial fruit might be a portal fruit mutation, which it's an interesting theory that would be pretty cool if that was the case. Instead of it being like, brand new fruits, but it was a mutation instead. That would be cool. I would actually prefer that, because imagine like a Yeti mutation or like a portal mutation. It's over. It's wraps. But then again, that's just a theory. It could just be a whole separate new mythical fruit that could be just as good as Kitsune or Dragon mainly, since those are the pretty much two of the best fruits in the game that like everyone glazes and talks about, which is understandable because they really are broken, because those fruits in the wrong hands, you can be unstoppable. Now, what else? The control rework update. The control rework update. If there's one thing I notice about Blox Fruits, when they like edge, and by edge, when I mean like they keep you waiting, like about an update, because they hype you up, but then like they don't release the update like soon. They release it like maybe a few months or a year later, kind of like how they did with the dragon, fruit. But it wasn't just the dragon fruit getting reworked; it was a whole dragon update. They were edging the mess out of that, and turns out it was pretty good. And like I said, there's one thing about Blox Fruits: if they're edging an update, that means it's going to be a really good update. And they've been edging this control rework update for a while now. So that means control rework might be as powerful, if not more broken than the dragon fruit itself, and probably more broken than dragon, than dragon when it was in its prime. So this could be big, and we might be getting a whole control, not just a rework, but a whole update just based off the control fruit, or maybe something better. They might even, and I know a lot of people were talking about divine arts coming out and all this other stuff. I'm really excited for these updates to come out. I really am, because I have nothing better to do, and I could beat this game fully. Like, there's nothing for me to do except to PvP. And I've been hard stuck on 15 mil for a while now. And it's so hard to get higher bounty because people barely PvP in this game. And I honestly regret not getting 30 mil back then when I had the chance, back when Kitsune very first came out, because a lot of people were, playing PvP at the time. I wish I would have got to 30 mil and didn't stop at 10 mil on Pirates. So I don't think I'm gonna get to 30 mil, let alone 20 mil anytime soon. I hope I can at least get 20 mil to get, to get the title, because I don't really have to be at 30 mil necessarily, because getting to 20 mil would be nice, because at least I'll have the title, Emperor of the Sea. That will look cool on my next to my name. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. So it's your boy Ender Maurice. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did and you were new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And it's your boy Ender Maurice here, and I'm out. Peace.